Okay, let's see. It will be round 3, game 1, first half of WBG versus ACT right now. Our two powerhouses here, if I'm not wrong. Second place and third place. On average, I'll be honest, on average, Chiyu himself has already gotten his form back for COA, which is really nice to see as well. But then from the Persona point, it'll be a trump card detention with max palette breaking, thankfully, from a wax artist side. It seems like this Persona trait has been pretty much, it's been the most popular one, honestly, out of this whole IVL. Well, no, it didn't really come out for IVL out of the whole COA season for now. And then with this many palettes placed down, it does seem like there's only 40 wax though. Like, just areas like this, even though it seems like there's not that much high walls, which is easier for you to land them, it's probably better to hit the first officer there. I mean, hitting first officer wouldn't be fine. It's not bad for you to chase after first officer, but it does seem like we're going to go for the seer instead, considering that he's actually one hit in already. The owl definitely could be baited out pretty darn easily, considering that this is from a wax artist as well. Now then, jumping down immediately, we're going to have seer running away. Meanwhile, the anti-current comes in for the harass. Now then, locks the window right there. Chia has to be very careful hearing how... When... Oh, the owl came out. Okay, the owl came out. So it's basically 8 seconds now, and we're going to have to see how it goes. Gets the lock in right there from Iron's side. Iron does not have flywheel, therefore it'll be immediate down with 2.5... Well, just 2 ciphers barely being able to do. So, we also do see that MK has decided to rotate immediately as well, going straight towards the middle. Oh no, no, never mind. It's the first officer that finished the Acrobat Cipher. So I guess this still looks like a tie game as of now. If like first officer is still here, then you know that is what it is. But it does seem like Gio wants to shoot over the roof here to lock that cipher, and apparently you can do it. And apparently you can. Apparently you can do it. Okay, this has been researched. Apparently you can do that. I learned something new today, and I'm gonna do that. Yep, we all learned something new today. Now then, sees where anti-current is as well. Locks the cipher there immediately. It's currently a maxed presence wax artist here as well. So even if anti-current does come in here, they do need to talk about their tie time as well. With anti-current being here, what matters the most probably is not to land a... That's a pushback right there, and that's an immediate gone. Now then, if Chiyu decides not to lock the window right there, it may be a little bit more difficult. Did not put down, no, did put down, thankfully. Locks the window right there, and there will be nothing coming in right now. Probably should have locked it there a little bit earlier, just so they don't waste too much time. But here, as we do see as well, middle cipher is still being decoded. It seems like it's only 50% as of now. Chiyu knows, or doesn't know, that it's being locked. But it seems like we're not going to waste any wax. It doesn't seem like we want to waste any wax, because there is still a little bit of a... How do I say? There is still a chance that you wouldn't be able to land most of it, so... Yeah, it's kind of considering that you can shoot over the houses, the buildings, yes, but at the same time you're kind of telling yourself, okay, it takes a while for it to land on the building, so I may just waste like 50, I may waste like 200 percentage of my, not percentage, 200 points of my wax. And then sees where Lon is right now. Lon didn't really get that Poseidon watch, no, never mind, the third Poseidon watch did land, but here as we do see as well, Lon doing a really good job landing the normal wax right there, immediately changing towards hot wax. This simply just means that she wants to walk through this palette right here. It doesn't really matter, but it seems like we'll get an immediate hit down through the palette. Lon, it may seem like he didn't do that much of a long kite, but the cipher machine is done. So there's really not that much that we have to say. There's currently 15 seconds until the hot wax is ready. Acrobat, there should be a chance for our wax artist to stall the Acrobat outside right now. You need to prevent the Acrobat from coming in easily, and then see where's the Acrobat is. Acrobat can't save any balls here is what I would love to say. Decides to throw the fireball right there. This may be... I mean, it's still a double hit down, and Blink is going to be ready soon as well. Acrobat still does have a lot of balls, alongside it with the fact that First Officer also still does have a lot of stuff. Then it decides to change targets immediately right here, knowing that Hui is currently not nearby. Being near S palette, he definitely will take a long time to rotate towards the 2-story gauge. Now then, does not see the anti-current nearby as well. Pretty darn far away from where the First Officer is. Chia does have enough wax. I mean, he probably won't wax down. Probably would be best for him to wax down, but I highly doubt it'll be possible now, considering that it's pretty darn hard, and he did use his blink right there. 57% wax. He needs to be able to land at least a few more. I said around 12, 11 more, not points. How do you say that in English? I don't know, but needs to land. Wait, no, the wax came down. He has nothing on his hands though, so it doesn't matter there anymore. Wax artist can basically just wait for his wax to come back right now. It's not like Long has any items to contain for quite a long time. And of course, gets the pallet hit right there. If that was a pallet stun, then it could have been an immediate vault over the pallet. Or he doesn't even need to vault, just walk over the pallet and run straight to the dungeon. But sadly, it doesn't seem like it'll be happening anytime soon. Therefore, it'll become a tie. Let's move on towards second half. Now then, second half we go. We'll be having YMM coming out. It seems like Entomologist will be chosen right here, but Ento wouldn't be that much of a bad choice. But it does not seem like our Dream Witch wants to chase after the Entomologist. So most likely we'll be looking for the first officer first, considering how first officer is one of the easiest chases here as well. You may be a little bit harder to land. Well, I mean, he has no items. He's still just a walking survivor here. Even you could say that he does have, you know, his stopwatches. But at the end of the day, I wouldn't say it matters that much, especially with the fact that you still have Patroller on you as well. There's also the fact that Lisa has her own follower nearby as well, so probably should be out of the range of her own leech. Can't even speak English. Should be pulling out soon anyways, as we see from YMM side. That's one Patroller bite down already. Lisa needs to probably, I mean, I wouldn't even say needs to do a good job on it. Just put down the pallet here just so then she can cancel the Patroller's bite. But it doesn't seem like that one was timed properly, so we'd be getting an immediate hit right here. For first officer right here, it's kind of like one pocket watch. Oh no, I don't think there was a need for that. That was a little bit of a faster than I expected, but leeching on towards first officer right here still does have a watch on her though. We do see that anti-current's coming in for overtime. Decides not to buy it and decides to chair near towards the two-story area. We do see that Seer is nearby as well. Lol, I'm screwing up again. We do see that Seer is also nearby as well, but Seer will be forced out of this location right now. Meanwhile, it's what probably would be better here for YMM is to break that pallet. You need to consider that even if he does come in early to rescue, even if Fox does decide to come in too early to rescue, it doesn't really matter. It's really just considering the fact that, hey, you might as well get rid of it, or else like they'll be taking it for their own advantage. Now then, getting the hit on the anti-query, no tide, because first officer is the only one that has tide. Decides to leech on towards the anti-current right now, putting the leech on towards that inner depth Cipher in two-story. Now, as we can see here as well, first officer stopwatch, he has one more chance to use the stopwatch, but Dream Witch's main body patroller is already here, as we do see as well. Did not get a pallet stone thankfully, but will be pulling away once again. This will be considered as a really good rebound kite, really good rebound kite, considering the fact that first officer is basically containing for at least 30 seconds now. Now then, dropping down the patroller, biting on towards the first officer. Let's see where the leech is. Dream Witch's main follower is currently behind her right now. That's the second bite immediately, and it does seem like our first officer will be going down pretty darn soon. Deciding to change towards her main follower right now. There is still one more chance for a bite, as we do see here as well. No flywheel coming out, but the owl did. It doesn't seem like, it seems like Entomologist came a little bit later than we expected. But here we do see as well, most likely has to wait or either change towards Blink. Changing towards Blink probably would be the better choice, but it does seem like Ento is pushing the Dream Witch's main follower towards, not the main follower, is pushing herself towards the first officer. At least the good news here is that she did use her main follower there, because of the fact that she basically cancelled out the first officer's follower. It'll immediately go onto cooldown. Now then, in this game, though it does seem like first officer didn't do much, the rebound kaya has been very nicely done, which basically allowed the survivors to finish their Cipher. The Cipher in middle right now, as we can see up in balcony, and another Cipher. Oh, there's two Ciphers in middle. Where's the third Cipher then? If the third Cipher is actually pretty dark, oh, the Ciphers are really close. It's not ideal for the survivors then if that's the case, if the third Cipher is that close, but at least they can still have the first officer on the chair for a while. The first officer has been staying here for quite a while right now. There is no survivor near Ice Pallet just yet decoding. It does seem like Ethan just touched that Cipher, as we do see here as well. YMM trying to get a Terror Shock right here, but it doesn't seem like the survivor wants to buy this anymore. So that is going to be that's going to be one swing, one stab, and one sweep. The beads are still there, but at the same time, the Cipher machine is going pretty darn fast right here, as we do see an Entomologist coming for support immediately as well. Yeesh. I mean, this does look for like a 4-man endgame, considering that you have an entomologist who can basically use her own beats to slow the follower's movement speed down by 70%. So here's we do see as well, the body block here has to come in clutch, and the only way for YMM to actually hit this first officer is for the blink, but it doesn't seem like it'll be needed to do so anymore. They probably did want to touch. They probably did want to heal. Getting the hit on anti-Korean right there most likely will be popping right here. There is no need to not pop. You might as well pop there. It's a bit unfortunate there. They definitely wanted to, like, the ZB definitely wanted to heal the first officer right there, because the Cypher machine was definitely enough, but I guess they were getting a little bit scared for a double chair immediately because of the fact that it was at 85% after all. And then getting a follower immediately on towards the Seer. Seer has no hours remaining on his hands, but the good news is Dreamwitch's main follower is pretty darn far away, so we'll be able to vault over to this pallet, and of course the flywheel coming out from our Seer as well. That's a fast pallet vaulting right there, but an immediate hit down from his own leech. Therefore, let us conclude the guaranteed tie here for YMM, considering the fact that the other gate has already been opened from the other side. Let's move on towards game 2 then, shall we?